They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Off the play fake. Reynolds. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
First down, here's Mitchell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's got room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go play action now. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw on 2nd down, Reynolds. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming left is Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Hey.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Back to throw. Reynolds. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 20-yard line.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Second and 4.
Here's Wilson.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point safely through. And it's now 13-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Reynolds. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, check that. Hey, check that street.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Okay, ready.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Reynolds. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Let's go now.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off play action. Reynolds looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 72 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13.
49ers 7. Will Lutz to kick off 41.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 27, Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell,
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Reynolds. He's going to air one out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Reynolds. He's going to let it go again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position, one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Reynolds. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. He's going to try and go deep again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
36 power.
Now Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints. People still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Niners convert 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, here's Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Wilson going deep here for Watkins. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Kamara gets it again on second down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right there, hurt.
Again, it's Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Check pass.
Operating from the gun, Reynolds. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That one goes for 24 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Kamara up the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Reed, go. Check contact, check contact.
Here's a run with Balaj. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to run with Hubbard. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Wilson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray, 59 yards. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is. Trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Reynolds. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch. And normally, he's a sure-handed target.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. This offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Here we go. Pat the street. Pat the street.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They run it again with Kamara. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
18 runners. 19 tight.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Reynolds drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Right there, hurt.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Ready, set.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. And all to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. Woo. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my concert, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug.